PlayStation State of Play, Sony's State of Play just happened yesterday as of recording this. We're going to kind of recap some of it. We got some cool games. God of War, Laufey. We got Laufey, whatever you want to call it. Ill seemingly does actually exist. Wolverine. Some people liked it. Look, other people disappointed. Stuntman Hollywood. That's the one I'm most excited for. And Ace Combat. We're going to talk about some of the games we saw. So we'll recap all of it here on Active Reload. Welcome to the show. Wolverine. Marvel's Wolverine.
Wolverine.
We got a trailer. Insomniac is now stuck in the old Marvel wheel
bubble
cog. Yeah.
Wheels
machine.
Better.
They're the cog in the machine, I guess is what we should say.
I don't know what Marvel. I think about that. We're going to talk about that. In a minute. We got a gameplay trailer for Wolverine. Long time coming. We kind of knew about it. We've known about this game for it was leaked forever ago. This is like the first official full gameplay trailer that we got out of it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. We got him in his original suit, which I'll give the hot take here. Don't like it. I don't love the original suit. I'm also be honest with you, I'm not a huge Wolverine guy.
Okay. So
never really have been.
I am a huge Wolverine guy. Kind of grew up. That was probably my first like comic book character I really got into, him and Punisher. And so I don't think he's overused.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so there's a lot more to explore with Wolverine, but when I was watching this trailer, I just saw kind of overused gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you felt the same way, but I just saw a lot of button mashing. I know they're leaning heavy into the gore, which I appreciate. I like. But unlike Ninja Gaiden, the gore is a part of the combat and it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
This one is like, it's emphasizing the gore. There's a lot of like head strikes through the bottom of the chin strikes. The blood kind of soaks your outfit and the ground everywhere. And after a while, I'm like, okay, I get that there's a lot of blood. It just keeps showing me so much of the cinematic blood stuff. I think after a while, I'm going to get real sick of it. Second of all, me and you both agree that I almost would rather play as Jean Grey.
Yeah, Jean Grey shows up in this trailer. And I saw her in the way that she, like her style of play. Yeah. Even though you don't get to play as her, I was like, I kind of want to play as Jean Grey.
I think I like telekinesis in a third person action game more than like kind of just spamming a button.
Well, you know who she reminds me of?
She reminds me of Contact or
Control. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, and even when I was playing Control, I was like, man, if they made a game like this that was like a superhero game, it would be perfect. And they had the opportunity, and it's Jean Grey. You got it to kind of get to see her do cool stuff, which I guess is okay. I do wish it was like it feels like Wolverine should be like a side character in the Jean Grey game.
Well, I don't know about that.
As far as like in terms of combat and like the gameplay mechanics, it would make more sense for me anyways.
It would make sense if there was multiple characters. Let's just say 4. And one of them is Jean Grey, one of them is Wolverine, the other one is like Cyclops, which has like projectile stuff, and then I don't know, someone else.
Yeah. It does very much feel like I don't know. The thing about Spider-Man that was really cool for me was it also felt like there was more.
It's the traversal.
Yeah, I mean, there was traversal, but also the combat felt more literally hand to hand, and that felt like it packed more of a punch to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just, it really does just feel like you're slicing and dicing, and like every movement is, I don't know, not as calculated, if that makes sense.
Did he seem a little overpowered to you?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, he's invincible, right? Am I wrong about that? I mean,
he's definitely not.
He gets killed by very specific.
He just has a healing ability.
Right. And you see that in the trailer, which I do think is cool.
Which was a really cool mechanic.
Yeah, it was very cool to see like his body kind of come back. That was probably my most,
that's what I took away from that, where I was the most happy about.
Yeah, I thought that was, but again, it leads to less, I think, with Spider-Man, there's a lot more improvisation. Man, I can't say that word. Improvisation when it comes to like his combat and like the different things that you can do with like the levolution, quote unquote, and the buildings, and the holes and stuff.
Of objects around you.
And there's like less of that when you see with Wolverine because he's just slicing and dicing fools.
What I saw from Wolverine is Uncharted jumping from vehicle to vehicle, but he just had, adamantium claws.
Got blades.
So I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I think Insomniac is really good.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make a bad game.
I don't think it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I
agree.
And they are reliable because they make games that are really good.
Very good action.
They make big AAA games that come out on time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if it's leaked 3 years prior.
Yeah,
they're like, we'll make this. It'll come out soon.
A lot of people were really excited to see Wolverine. I was too, but I just was left wanting more. More.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, hot take. I could kind of say that about the whole. I mean, this is movies based. The whole Wolverine experience.
I can say that about all of Marvel.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, the only Marvel franchise, game or movie or show that I'm ever going to be interested in is Punisher. Yeah. Especially with video games. Punisher has a long history of video games.
Mm-hmm.
We have not seen the Punisher for a very long time.
I don't know if we'll ever get a Punisher game, to be honest with you.
Why?
Because
Wolverine rips people's faces off.
I think it's more the fact that they see it as something that already exists continuously, and
video game Max Payne.
Right, exactly. Like that version of what Punisher turns into is basically something that happens in every Call of Duty when you're doing
not Call of Duty. Yeah, you could probably
if you're
make
playing
a first person.
Yeah,
like RoboCop. I wouldn't mind the guys who made RoboCop to do a Punisher game. That'd be really cool, actually.
I mean, they could. I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Either way, we need to move on. I thought the show was good.
The show in general was good? Yeah.
State of plays are always good.
Mm-hmm.
They always deliver. Or I should say they've been delivering more lately.
Yeah. I think they've gotten more of a focus of, like, I think now in the last year, 6 months to a year, they've gotten a lot more focused on what it is that is going to be coming out. I think there was a stretch there a little bit before where they were like, we have no idea what we're going to put out.
And also, we didn't see live service games.
Yeah.
Even though there are coming out.
But Wolverine
was all right.
It was all right. We'll see. Again, I think if you're a big Wolverine head, this might be more up your alley. But if you're not
a big gamer head, I don't know. I'm going to be...
Again, and it's also not that different than all the other third-person action games, other than it's just Wolverine.
I mean, God of War was shown off, and it's a third-person action game that is also gory, and is that lined up
transition?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Good transition. God of War Laufey? I don't know how to say it either. Laufey. I would say Laufey because Laufey sounds too close to Loki, which is her son.
Yeah.
Faye. That's her name in the game.
We'll just call her Faye. Sense, though.
Yeah, we'll just call her Faye. God of War Faye. I'm excited about this. I thought this was a very cool trailer. It showed me everything that I kind of wanted from an offshoot. It reminded me a little bit of the Uncharted offshoot that came after 4 that I can't think of the name of.
Yeah, I can't remember. I
like that one a lot, actually. I think that one's probably my third favorite Uncharted game. But that's in the sense of what they're trying to go for, I think, and where they're just going to tell a parallel story to what God of War is, or the newer God of Wars are, with the story of Faye.
I just thought the graphics were amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
The story was really good. I was kind of I really want Santa Monica to do something completely different. I just really want them to go a completely different direction. Maybe keep it with a narrative third-person action game, but I don't want to be in the God of War universe anymore. But it did look really good, and
that's the thing about the recent God of War. They're always written really well.
Yeah, like I thought Ragnarok was not written.
Really, I think that was the thing that kept me around, was the writing in that game and the way that it played out. I think apart from a couple characters, but for the most part, I think Kratos is fantastic. I think Atreus really has grown into a very good character, and
the surrounding characters I didn't like Angerboda, which is Loki's wife.
Yeah,
I didn't like. She was kind of annoying, and I definitely did not like Odin. I loved Thor.
Yeah. And then the other two.
I thought Baldur was way cooler than...
your two companions, too. I can't think of the name of them.
Tyr.
Yeah. Not him, though.
Tyr was annoying in this.
The two crafters.
Yeah.
They're elves, right? I think.
No, they're dwarves.
Dwarves, yeah. I think they're great in that game.
Yeah, they are. They've been good.
So, anyways. But this one, you get a cube. How about that?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, Cube. Cube is your best bud.
And the sword, the funny thing is, I know the story of the sword. I think they're mixing multiple...
They are, definitely.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a
place where the gods die.
Well, and the way that I saw it was kind of like a purgatory for every god. Because there's the Egyptian goddess of war. There's the Mongolian god of war. All right. There.
Shiva.
That's what they should have called it. They should call it gods of war because she's fighting a bunch of different gods.
My biggest problem with God of War lately, especially Ragnarok, was that it was going from arena and then a little bit of traversal, like through loading screens, basically.
Yeah.
And then another arena and then another arena. We just saw, again, more arena fighting. Hopefully the adventure part of this game is a lot more fleshed out, where I can really kind of travel and explore.
Yeah. I think
I'm sure it will be. It looked fantastic.
Yeah, I'm all over this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. They haven't made a game that I've been like Ragnarok. It struggled for me at times, but
it definitely did.
There were parts that I really liked. I still think the boss fights in those games are very fun and interesting and cool.
My favorite part was when he was, I think he like went to Midgard, another section of Midgard, and then he was climbing the wall.
Atreus. Yeah. He's like climbing the wall to get into Asgard. Yeah. I think just the way that they're, I think the difference in the way that they're trying to tell her story, because she's got different abilities. She can literally use magic. I think will create a different opportunity for them to be able to create different types of combat and traversal and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The big things I don't want from this game are similar in the sense that, like in both the newer God of War games, they did the thing that I don't love, where they show you an area of the map that's right there.
Get a Castlevania.
Yeah, that's right there, but guess what? You don't have the right weapon in order to open this area up. And I'm like, then you don't even show it to me. That makes me angry. I hate when they do that, because then I have to remember that that's there, and then I have to come all the way back, run through this big area that I can't actually open world. It's very linear, but it takes me forever to get to.
Metroidvania games, because you can kind of get there faster. But I remember in Ragnarok, they were constantly telling you to come back to this area, and I remember being like, I'm never coming back to this area. I've been in this area for far too long.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and I'm hoping they avoid that a little bit more. Yeah, if they have it in there, maybe it's a lot more minimal, I guess, but...
I'd like in 2018 when Midgard is flooded and then it becomes unflooded.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of go back and you can see areas that you can get to now.
It's being introduced to you instead of it just being there and then you have to come back and you already see it.
Like a blinking red vine. Like, okay. Then you get a weapon that has red blinkingness to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
this one's gold. So but you got to use the gold one to get through there. There are some interesting theories. This is supposed to, Cory Barlog, the game director, creative director, I think is what he's officially titled, has said that this story runs directly in line with Kratos's and Atreus's in their story. So basically right after you light the pyre to send Laufey to heaven, quote, what is it, in Alfheim?
Well, when she dies, where'd she go? They want her
soul
ashes.
Yeah.
So they can put her ashes in the light of Alfheim.
But her soul is supposed to go to somewhere else. No, her ashes are supposed to be spread at Jotunheim. That's what she tells him. That's the whole point of the story.
Yes. Yeah, but there's something with the light of Alfheim. Yeah, that's the first thing she mentions in this trailer. She goes, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Where am I? Like,
is that where she's supposed to travel?
So she's like, okay, they're doing what they're supposed to, but what am I doing now?
Yeah.
I'm somewhere else. I don't remember. And in the mythology, no, they just die.
So yeah, the God of War, I'm very excited for this. They didn't have a release date. I'm imagining it's probably going to come out next year, obviously.
Yeah.
They would have set a release date.
I like the balls on Sony, where they showed 20 minutes of gameplay. Here it is. Boom. I love that.
Yeah. So we'll see it probably next year. I'm excited for that. Summer game, probably, I would imagine, because that's, I think, right around, when was the 2018 God of War come out? Was that early?
It came out right before. Yeah, it was early summer because it came out right before my son was born.
Late summer.
And I was like playing a dad game, about to be a dad.
And you're like,
no, I was super excited.
All right, so yeah, that's God of War. I'm excited. I want to play this game.
What I saw was good.
Next, what do you want to talk about next? Give me one. Hit me with one.
Ace Combat.
Ace Combat: The Wings of Steve. I'm excited for this one. Again, I'm a new Ace Combat head. I played 7. It was my first one.
And you liked it though.
I did like it. I was all in once I was flying around.
So Ace Combat has a really interesting way they do narrative.
Yeah,
it's always like through the perspective of a couple or a few different characters.
I don't hate it though.
And different countries.
I love it. In different countries. Yeah. And some characters that you don't see in the gameplay. You only see in cutscenes.
Or they're like,
and so you're like, am I this person? Am I that person?
So that's the thing in 7. I don't know if this is how it was in previous ones. They're like aren't cutscenes. It's like they're talking to you through their I mean, there's cutscenes, but it's never facial animation. It's like all told to you, and you're looking at images of people doing things.
So over the radio.
Yeah.
Yes. There's 3 different methods. It's the pre-flight kind of
check
plan from your general or whatever. There's the actual flight through the radio.
Yeah.
Which they heavy on narrative.
Yes.
A little too much, but I like it. And then there's cutscenes. And throughout the history of Ace Combat, they're usually animated cutscenes. Ace Combat 4 is my favorite, where it's kind of very anime.
Do they do
an actual anime cutscene?
So on the previous ones, did they do like facial cutscenes where they had rendered faces, people talking? Okay, so that's
they
new
have
for this
still
one.
Images.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I was saying. I was like, it's like somebody narrating over the top of basically a long shot of somebody standing next to a plane.
Yeah. but I love their stories because you kind of piece them together and you're like, oh, I'm that guy. Like, oh, this is cool.
But that's so unique.
Very unique.
I'm
very Japanese.
They seemingly got a lot more money to make this one because they got crazy cutscenes in this one.
All through
full fleshed out cutscenes
all through first person.
Yeah, all through first person with facial animation. We got cutscenes seemingly in the cockpit or whatever at certain times.
I'm
very
excited.
good stuff. I'm all over this.
Yeah, and Ace Combat 7 was a VR game. So
it was,
I think that
it was a VR game.
Yes,
they had a VR port. Yeah,
VR later, and it was
later.
I would be sick.
Very yeah. I actually play VR flying games, and it does make you sick.
Makes you want to vomit.
But I think that they're planning on VR because the first person cutscenes.
Well,
and
you
stuff
think
like that? Yeah.
they are going to, but not entirely VR, obviously.
No. I think that's either they planned it in the beginning or
maybe they've really gotten away from a lot of VR stuff.
Yeah,
though.
no.
I mean, PlayStation specifically.
Definitely. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, they have like 3, I would say, mainline games that they are like Gran Turismo, Resident Evil, and Ace Combat.
Even the new Resident Evil, there's no plans for VR mode.
Yeah, but I don't know how, because of the way it's told in that game, I don't know how they would do it.
I think you could do it. You play.
It makes more sense if you're Ethan. Well, no, but you play most of it as Leon, and that's like preferred third person. It'd be weird if you're playing first person because you're doing like flips and stuff.
Yeah, but I played as Leon in Resident Evil 4 remake in VR, so it was fine.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see about that one. About Ace Combat. They also show some very it is very anime heavy because they got what they call it, a land cruiser or like a land carrier or whatever in this trailer, and it's just literally a boat that's going over land.
They showed the big. I forgot what they call it in the universe.
I know what you're talking about.
The big plane that shoots little drones. I've fought this boss a couple times,
annoying
times in this entire franchise so far. Hopefully, they don't retread a lot of the same stuff.
It'd be really funny if they show it off in like at the beginning of a mission and then immediately gets shot down.
Yeah,
and then you're doing something else. I think that would actually be really funny.
And a big theme throughout this whole state of play, and it's a big problem I have with Sony, is when they're showing off their narrative games, they do show the most exciting part of the video game, but it's out of the player's hands. I absolutely hate that in video games.
Just give me a couple QTEs.
No,
I'm in.
I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah,
I'm in for that. Make me hit square.
It was the start of those QTEs, God of War.
Yeah,
that kind of ruined.
But the God of War QTEs are awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. But I think a lot of games during the PS2 era, or I guess after the PS2 era, when God of War 1 and 2 were already out, they were like, I want to do that. But they did that in place of having some cool gameplay mechanics.
Right. They were like, this is what makes God of War really good.
Yeah,
but it was. Yeah. No, that's not the case. There's a couple, we'll talk about this a little bit later. James Bond has QTEs that you really mess around with a lot that are a lot of fun.
I wanted to talk about a Ace Combat pre-order bonus thing.
Yeah, they on the trailer.
If you would have blinked, you would have missed it. But he said in Japanese that if you pre-order now, you can get access to
Ace Combat Zero.
Ace Combat Zero, but not a remaster. This was interesting. It's not a remaster, but it's also not the Sony classic kind of emulation.
Yeah.
It's their own emulation, in-house emulation of a PS2 game, which is really interesting because a lot of PS2 games in the world of emulation can look really, really good. I think that Sony's little emulation they have with their classics is good sometimes. I think Deus Ex looks and plays really well, but other games look bad. I'm really excited to see what it'll look like, and it's coming to PC. So maybe they're using some really obscure third-party community-made emulation.
Maybe, yeah.
And if that's the case, I'm excited for that.
It is weird that they attached this to the back of a trailer like that.
I know.
Where they were like, hey, by the way, you get a whole other game if you pre-order the game.
It's almost like it's almost like Sony's being like, hey, internet, I know you're making an awesome emulation of PS2. Here's a new game.
Yeah.
Their own emulation.
Well, I'm also curious. I'm curious if they're going to sell this on the back end after the pre-order bonuses.
I've been saying this for so long, years, that I wish Sony did something that Xbox used to do, which was bring back their old titles through really cool emulation,
backwards comp,
and backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
They just don't do that.
For whatever reason, it's like incredibly hard for PlayStation to do that.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. It's got to be some sort of hardware issue, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. They've been saying for years, but then again, we're getting Metal Gear Solid 4, a PS3 game. We're getting that soon.
I don't know. So it's the Ace Combat Zero, the Belkin War. That's the name of the pre-order one. Yeah. And you also get an F-14A. So the real plane, by the way. You get to fly an F-14A out of your parking lot.
There's no one that does it better with real world
planes,
I guess, like military stuff.
It's
in a fictional world. It's so cool.
Perfect comp. They're the Forza Horizon to airplanes.
Exactly.
To military style airplanes. Or Forza, I guess, to military style airplanes. I'm excited for this game. I'm all over this game.
It looks great.
It's awesome. I'm
can't wait.
Gonna play the heck out of this.
And I love Ace Combat.
So do I.
A lot.
I can't wait to save a random unnamed country that's not any relation to
Usea.
Yeah, to the countries that are real today.
It's
really weird.
You can draw a line.
Yeah, there are some comparisons. All right, next one. That was Ace Combat. Which one? What else we want to talk about? I got next one.
Yeah, good.
Ill.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
So Ill. This was sick. Because it's called Ill. Get it?
Yeah.
This is. I mean, again, it doesn't feel real. That's the big thing when I'm watching these trailers.
We both, when it came to Ill, before this trailer,
first trailer that came out, we
saw this trailer for like over a year.
Yeah, the same trailer
over and again, and we were like, "Is this a real game?"
Yeah. And it kind of had that same vibe. And then they showed this trailer, and it's a story trailer.
Yeah, it's
people talking.
I'm all in, baby.
We've got some semblance of gameplay, I guess.
I think it's just going to be like kind of basic gameplay with a heavy amount of graphical, and environmental gore.
Yeah.
I don't know, like body
horror,
deformation, stuff like that. I think that's going to be the entire point of the game.
It is. I mean, it's weird because they act. I mean, it's kind of a joke in the trailer. They're like, like the one of the characters says, "Conserve your ammo," and I'm like, okay, we're playing Resident Evil, but not Resident Evil. But then they have different parts where they're showing you with like a full, like a scorpion, like the gun, a scorpion gun, and I'm like,
there's melee too.
Very different types of vibes I'm getting from this, where I can just unload on some of these creatures or whatever. But then also they want me to conserve my ammo. I don't really know.
I'm just all for close quarters first person shooting. I've been wanting this for a long time. And second of all, I've been wanting a first person shooter campaign that's not Metro, that's something not Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
And
it is survival horror though, so
it is. And we're getting the same every time we get a story focused first person shooter. It's always here's only 5 bullets in your gun for the next hour. I just want
conserve them.
I want to shoot things a lot.
Yeah.
In a video game.
Somebody check on Grant. It's also it's being made by Munfish, so the dialogue didn't sound real. Yeah, it was sound like everybody's reading it off a card. That's okay. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but we'll see if that changes.
That is a thing that Atomic Heart had. It was a lot a very annoying,
one of the most annoying protagonists I've ever played with.
I actually like that.
I hated him.
I thought that was good. I mean, it was annoying.
He was just a jerk for no reason.
But it was kind of funny. It definitely gave a flavor for that game.
Yeah. I mean,
other than that, it would have been BioShock, sort of.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with that though. The flavor was, I think, the art for that game was really the flavor, like the art style and the like weapon direction and everything like that.
Post-communist Soviet era stuff, but futurism. In the future.
Yeah, retro futurist post-communist Russia, essentially.
That was really cool.
Which is it's a gorgeous game. I just couldn't. Every time I heard the guy talk, I was like, please stop talking. But we'll see if that's something that carries over in this game. Obviously, different character, different game. We'll see if it's maybe written a little bit different. But
the dialogue is just in your face.
Yeah, it's very much like,
hey, take this.
Yeah. Like
use your ammo sparingly.
They think you're a toddler.
And you're like, okay.
They think you're a toddler.
And the guy who's like shooting and stuff and yelling out things, like he doesn't stop talking. I like that.
And the other thing is too, I mean, Resident Evil runs into that stuff sometimes too, especially with the Ethan games. I think Ethan in 7 and 8 really kind of had that issue.
It has this camp that is lovely.
It's campy, yeah. Which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. I don't know. And they said 2027 for this game.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That seems like about right for everybody. Right. Everybody goes. They might as well just say after Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
either you're done with Grand Theft Auto.
Either way before Grand Theft Auto or after Grand Theft Auto comes out in about a year. So or about 4 months. Yeah,
it is.
So that one's on the way as well. We'll see. We'll see if it's real.
Top three.
Okay.
Game I was excited for in this.
Definitely. Next one. What do you want to talk about?
They didn't talk about it a lot, but No Rest for the Wicked. It is a Diablo-style top-down action RPG. It's been out on PC for a while, or early access, or whatever you want to call it. And it has an awesome art direction for a Diablo-style game. And then they are incorporating a lot more Souls-like combat. So think of Path of Exile 2, but more Souls-like. And I'm down for that. I'm not down for another Souls-like
You're not
game.
selling me.
But I am down for a Diablo hack and slash Souls-like where you have to roll out of the way instead of kind of tanking everything.
Like Remnant?
Sort of, but top down.
Okay. I'm looking at the trailer now, yeah.
And but I really liked the art style. I thought graphically I was the most impressed with this game and Ill.
You know what's funny? I just saw, wow. Okay. So we do have we had the reveal trailer originally that was shown for this because it was coming to PC probably. It was like a game's coming soon that we were talking about. Mm-hmm. And there was one shot in this trailer that they kind of re-showed, and it was of this dude with white hair and his hair. And I remember making the joke about his haircut being just absolutely abysmal. Yeah. And that's what reminded me of this game. So now I remember seeing this. I'm like, okay, I do remember this game. Yeah. Wow, I almost made the same exact joke.
It's coming to console or PS5. I don't know.
Yeah, the 1.0 release is coming to console officially on October 20th, right? In October 2026.
I think I'm just in the mood for a top-down action RPG game, but I do want something new, and I don't want to play Diablo over and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, I've also kind of been looking for that vibe as well, and Diablo. I get a lot of people don't enjoy Diablo 4. I liked it for an introduction to Diablo, for me anyways. Yeah. I thought it's a fun game for me, depending on what you play as. And so something like that where it does just kind of feel not a time kill necessarily, but you know what I mean?
What you mean. You'll play it for 30 hours and then you go, can we start playing now?
Right.
Is now the time that we actually play this game? Other than that, you're just kind of grinding and building a character. At least in this game, it looks like you have to roll out of the way or you're going to lose.
Yeah, after a while in Diablo, if you're high or low, I mean,
you just tank everything.
Yeah, you're tanking everything and you spam a couple buttons and you win the encounter, essentially. So, yeah, I get wanting to see something like that. Yeah.
So, I'm excited.
Next one. This one was big time for me. I guess we're taking turns now. I started just randomly taking turns. This one was big time for me. The last one we got was 15 years ago, probably. Stuntman Hollywood. So the last one was Stuntman Ignition, and that was 360.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Stuntman Ignition came to the 360. That game was cool. Wasn't the best game in the world, but I liked it because I had a cool idea. And that was the last one last one we saw. Now they're doing Stuntman Hollywood, and I'm all over this. I thought the trailer was really cool because it showed a bunch of like the very famous movie cars.
Hopefully they have those in there.
I'm wondering if they're going to be remaking scenes from movies.
That'd be great.
That's a great idea for a Stuntman game. And
hopefully they're all 80s movies.
Yeah, I mean Miami Vice. There's Fast and Furious. So
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice is in here.
Was it?
Yeah, it's this one. The white.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That's the Ferrari from Miami Vice.
Oh, the Ferrari.
Oh, yeah,
I thought you were talking about Kit from.
No, Kit from Knight Rider. I know Knight Rider. Come on.
That's a Pontiac.
Yes,
Firebird.
and they're going to use a Pontiac, the last known Pontiac on planet Earth. No, but
I must have missed that Ferrari.
Yeah, it's like it trails into the Kit from Knight Rider scene, and then there's Kit from Knight Rider. So, yeah, I think this is a really good idea for a stuntman game because they can just like remake the scenes from very famous movies, and they're like, hey, play as Kit from Knight Rider and jump over this truck.
I really hope, because I remember the stuntman games, they got boring after a while because you keep doing things over and over again, and you just try to go for the higher score. Kind of very burnout.
Yes,
the crash mode.
The crash one, yeah. But you could run into your director, which I always thought was really funny.
I know. That is funny. I would like the tools to make my own stunt.
That's a great, I mean, honestly, it's a great idea to be able to make like you're literally making a scene.
Yeah.
Which is a great idea.
I would like to make a scene.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's something like that.
Well, if it's Stuntman Hollywood, giving them the option to make a scene would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Be your own director. Literally, hey, I'll give you the title. Be your own director. Be the director mode. There you go. And you're making your own scene. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Just gave you the idea. There's
easier said than done.
I know.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a really good. If they got the licensing for all these, I know that's why it's so expensive. Because you got the Mandalorian.
Back to the Future, the Mandalorian.
I also said the Mandalorian.
For what? Oh, the DeLorean.
The DeLorean. There we go. Yeah, the DeLorean. From Back to the Future. They got a movie that is not very good. But Death Race in here.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious. Yeah. And then all the other, hopefully, a bunch of different types of famous stuntman scenes from movies. I think it'd be really cool.
It'd be really cool. I would love to see the stuntman from Quentin Tarantino's movie Death Wish.
Death Wish. Yep.
Wish.
Yep. Death Wish. That'd be cool too. And then you run in head on into somebody, and the leg flies off.
Was that a Camaro?
I don't remember.
Can't remember.
I just remember that scene because I watched that movie when I was really young, and I was like, "Oh my, that lady's leg just flew off." Yeah. That's why I'd never stick my leg out the window.
Yeah, I love the idea of having established characters and then killing them all off and doing it all over again.
Do it all over again. That's a Tarantino special. All right. So yeah, Stuntman Hollywood. I'm very excited for that one. Very excited.
Okay.
That was really cool.
All right, we're almost through all of it. Can I mention Lost Wild?
Yes, I have that one noted here as well.
So an Annapurna game. Make fun of me. I don't care. Those guys suck, but
no, they just released
I know. Mixtape.
Yeah. People love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you imagine if this was just a you don't touch the controller?
Yeah.
Dinosaur game?
So it's a survival horror game in Jurassic Park. I think it's awesome.
But not Jurassic Park.
But it's not Jurassic Park.
They're probably going to call the place not Jurassic Park.
Yeah. But I think that's a cool idea. I would love a survival. I'm so sick of survival horror games that aren't Resident Evil. But if they were dinosaurs,
now you got
like Dino Crisis.
Yeah. And that one famously a very good game. Yeah. People love Dino Crisis.
And they did. I did. Back in the day. You weren't even born yet.
But it's like me with Stuntman Ignition.
Yeah, you're right.
Not great. But loved it.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
But I think this is intriguing.
I agree.
We were supposed to get an actual Jurassic Park survival horror game.
Disappeared off the face of the earth.
I remember I showed my son Odin because he loves dinosaurs and he loves being scared. So it's like he likes back rooms with dinosaurs. Like this, I'm like, hey, this is the game.
Oh, Backosaurs.
Yep. And
Dino
that
rooms
never came out, and we're gonna get this instead.
Yep.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, they're gonna call it. They're gonna be going to a place and it's called Cretaceous Park instead, something like that. I'm trying to think of the way they're gonna
Cretaceous.
Yeah, they're gonna get away from the Jurassic scene. That's what I want them to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. They're part of that.
I will say, if I were to pick one, I'd probably choose this over Ill because Ill, it feels like we've done 14 billion times now.
No way.
I would probably do this just because it's more unique. Like we don't get a lot of dinosaur survival games.
Yeah, and you're also not going to be able to hide in a locker in this game.
Yeah, you have to hide in the tree trunks.
Yeah,
and then there's bugs climbing all over you. Oh no,
it's kind of cool.
Gross.
I like how they were in the trailer. The guy was like, "My favorite is a Diplodocus." When it's actually Diplodocus. It's a funny meme in the dinosaur world, I guess.
You're big on the dinosaur
and right
forums.
Before he says Diplodocus, he dies.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You're big on the dino forums, huh?
Yeah.
Like those? Okay.
Big into it.
All right. Shout out to dino forums. I want to know what the story is. It really just, I'm curious how much it is just Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I just think it's Jurassic Park.
It is funny that they're like, we're making a dinosaur
because we're
game.
Talking about
we have no idea how to make this story.
What's your favorite dinosaur at the museum.
Oh, they really said that? Okay.
I don't think they said museum.
But
there's like a father character talking to a child, and
oh, please make the Jurassic Park joke. Like make it a Cretaceous Park or something. That'd be so funny.
That'd be awesome.
All right. So that one's 2027 as well. Everything's 2027.
It's also Annapurna. They can afford the.
That's true.
Jurassic Park.
Honestly, Steven Spielberg probably walked by and was like, "Hey guys, make that game," and then that was good enough for them to get the write off. They're like, "That's good enough."
Was that a Medal of Honor?
Hey guys, make that game, and then he walked by, and then he walked away. All right, that all we want to talk about? I had Tomb Raider on here too.
Yeah, Tomb Raider looked good. We saw it before. It looked great. I think she
got
looks
delayed again.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm glad they have the blue shirt, teal shirt.
That classic look.
Onimusha, I thought looked really good. Capcom's destroying the industry. Not destroying. They're killing it in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
We liked that last time we saw it. It's a lot of environmental stuff. They don't show a lot of environmental stuff.
It was a lot more of the actual like sword combat.
And sword combat.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with. If you keep the environmental stuff, like that's the big appeal for. I want to know. I want to feel the environment that I'm fighting in.
That was what I took from the last trailer more. I was like, oh, you can use a table and throw a table and use it as a shield and a whole bunch of stuff.
And again, that's one of the great thing. Again, don't want to bounce back to this, but one of the great things about James Bond is it feels like you're actually using everything around you to your best ability to defeat the person in front of you, and I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was it. That's all I thought about the state of play.
Good state of play. I think they showed a lot of really good stuff.
Rayman,
yeah. Sony just needs an excuse to make an animated movie of their own, so they threw Rayman in there.
It's actually Bungie, or not Bungie.
Ubisoft. Yeah. They'll just buy it. Be like, hey, well, you're not making any money anyways. I don't know if
it's actually Ubisoft's anymore, but
but you're not making any money anyways. We'll just buy this out. Give you some capital. Here you go. All right. So yeah, that was the state of play. Good stuff.
It was good.
We're excited. I'm excited for. It should be a good year and a half. I think. For PlayStation.
I think Xbox has their direct or whatever they call it.
It's upcoming Sunday.
Upcoming Sunday. They are for sure showing Gears of War.
Yeah. Which Halo probably.
I would be the most excited out of all these games we talked about. I'd be most excited for Gears of War.
Yeah, same. Well, I mean, the only thing else they have is Gears. Or. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, right.
Halo, which I played 3 times. So more than 3 times, but that same game.
I just like Gears of War. I mean, our show is named after a mechanic.
True. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, we'll talk about that one next week.
Yep.
What we see in that one. So, all right. That's going to wrap up this portion of the show, this segment. So, thanks.